Tom tells Darcey how he really feels, and Maria, well, she's back, and she's all about getting those bills paid. Stay tuned.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
All right, guys. A little mess up right there. We'll get it together towards the end of the season, right? Yeah? Okay, I'm your girl, Alex Bowers. Welcome to the after show for Before the 90 Days. Yay. To the left of me, I have Linda Antwi.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, she's already in the live chat, y'all. And, you know, she's got the news and gossip later on. Then we have Stacey Olivias.
Hi, guys.
Also in the live chat. And Breanna Chienne.
Hi.
And Breanna, you can obviously catch her special segment towards the end of the show.
Yes.
Even though her relationship might be over.
It's dead.
We still have some questions that need to be answered.
I was talking to her pre-show, and we have questions for sure.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Every episode we have more and more and more questions.
Oh, well, I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready then.
We'll definitely get to it. Is Maria cheating on Caesar? Can you even say that? Like, are they together? Are they not? We're gonna get all the tea.
Yeah.
With Linda. So you definitely have to stay tuned. What were your overall thoughts on this episode?
I was happy, I guess. I got a few answers and a little bit of drama here and there. I was overall like, okay,
Yeah.
I got this.
Stacey?
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
just one last thing. Nothing is not good, and I know that's a double negative, without Angela. Like, Angela makes this show for me all the time.
She does.
Because she's so outrageous.
Angela's dancing scene, I just kept playing it over
Hilarious.
and over. And I even put it on my Instagram. I was like, come on, just keep that. Just made the show. That was my favorite part.
I could do without to that when we get into it, because I don't want to jump ahead.
I'm right with you. I really wanted to, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to feel bad, but I'm like, I told you so. It was kind of like an I told you so moment for me watching.
Pride. And he tried to make it seem like, oh, well, you know what type of man I am, and in my culture we don't do this. But clearly it doesn't matter that much because you're still okay with it. All she had to tell you was, oh yeah, the papers will be finalized in maybe a week after when I get there, and all of a sudden it's okay and it's water under the bridge.
So how about this then? If it's only a week, don't say anything. You know you're gonna
Right.
rile him up, and you know that he's gonna freak all the way out because he's told you all season that he's a jealous type and a possessive type. So why bother even bringing it
She
up?
likes it.
She does.
That's it. That's it.
Chaos.
I think that Zied has ultimately the upper hand in this relationship. She wants him more than he wants her, of course. She even says, I think he's second guessing our relationship. Did you guys notice that in that part in the show? He was like, I think he's second guessing. Like, she's so scared about that, losing him. But why is she so scared? Because he's not really in love with her. I don't think he's really in love with her.
Right.
He's in love with the fact that he's going to get to come to America. And if you guys remember when he said on the show that talking to his sister that she's going to take care of him and get him a job and all of that. So, I mean, there you are right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I agree with you, Stacey. He's not in love with her. And I immediately got that when he was just like, okay, you know, it's fine. It's what, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of like pushing it to the side. I agree with everyone. It's just like, come on, if you really were in love with her, you'd be like, what? Like, I need more details. He really wasn't digging for more details like that.
But she wants him to. She wants to see those reactions because she wants to know maybe there's a chance like he's in love with her. I feel like she knows it. The live chat, May was said it hurts to watch. Morgan Hempel said she knows how to play push his buttons. Nikia Manuel agrees, Linda. She should have kept her mouth shut. And then a lot of people Ashley said it's true. He's not in it for the right reasons.
Yeah, I think most of us are on the same page. But I'm sure there's some people out there that probably think that he's being genuine.
There has to be.
Please jump in this live chat.
Yeah, jump in the live chat, y'all. Zied needs some friends right now, okay? For anyone watching, go ahead and share this video with your friends, your mom, your dad, everybody. The network, AfterBuzz, really appreciates you guys, and we thank you for allowing us to be the ESPN of TV talk. You can pretty much go everywhere, listen to us on all platforms.
Yeah, you guys can check us out on iTunes. You can check us out on Spotify. There you can give us 5 stars. stars, comment, rate us, do it all. And then you guys can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love hearing from you. Just hit the subscribe button right now because there are so many people in the live chat, and I want to mention all of you. May, Diane, Misa Pink, Ronnie, Amanda, Happy
y'all.
Mood. I like that name. Happy Mood.
Yeah, we need that.
Who else? Gina Bear. Yeah, we need some positivity. Ashley, Bajan Rano.
What's up, everyone?
Ooh, guys, so many people in my chat. God's Plan. I like your name.
Thanks for joining. Heads up for everyone in that live chat. We're going to go to Caesar and Maria, and then Michael and Angela, and we'll continue from there. So with Caesar, he's at it again, y'all. He doesn't give up. He's still chipping away. He said that Maria actually came back to him. Do you believe this?
I do believe it. 'Cause
do.
here's the thing. If I didn't have a job,
Right.
and I had someone that was sending me thousands of dollars to pay my bills, and all of a sudden I was a little rash and broke it off with him because he was like frustrating me or whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden my bills aren't being paid. Hi, honey.
Right.
I miss you. I'm so sad without you.
Yeah.
You're so handsome,
Meanwhile,
baby.
Right? You get humbled real quick.
We're gonna go to Cuba, but before you do that, since I didn't pay my bills, I'm gonna need some money.
Yeah, absolutely. And he said he sent her about what, $2,000 to $3,000.
He didn't know.
Since the trip. It's just come on. And then they want to go to Cuba. She
And
doesn't
I know
give up
Maria's
either.
gonna. I have hope. I love her. She's not lying to me. That's what he kept saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying. I'm like,
That's what he kept saying. That is Caesar. He kept saying, "I know Maria. She's telling the truth. I love
Yeah.
her. She's
Part
not
of
lying
me-
to me. She's going to Cuba."
Part of me feels like this started off as a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship, and then Caesar caught feelings, and that's why it in his mind it became a relationship. Because it could have been the first time he got exposed to something like that, and he doesn't know the game. You don't mix up feelings with a business arrangement.
The thing is, there's no business. Like, she is not even providing her end of the.
Yeah, she's giving
Oh,
him
the stick.
attention.
I mean, attention and a few photos.
and that's all he needs, clearly, because he's paying those bills.
Listen, he still thinks that that's going to be his woman, and I think that, like his friend, what's his friend's name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy is like,
Sexy Jeremy.
you know what? If you haven't realized yet that this woman's taking you for granted and taking advantage of you and using you, then you're never going to learn. Like, you're just never going to learn.
what do you do as a friend in this position? You just like kind of let them. It is what it is.
You just tell them, like, I don't think they're telling the truth of what you think, and then just step back. What can you do?
Yeah.
People don't get out of the, like, it's like they're not going to change until they want to change. And the relationship's that they're not, you can't convince people, I feel like.
I feel like if Caesar was my friend, I would have to take away his like debit and credit card and like put him on a budget.
Cut him off.
Yeah, because I'd be like, okay, let's do this. Let's put you on a budget and let's see if Maria reaches out to you when you send her no money. Guaranteed that relationship is over again.
Yeah.
Kimberly Kimberly Shady Mayfield.
Ooh, name change?
Maria's committed to his money. They will be together for as long as Caesar has a phone.
That's right.
Yeah. And if I'm telling you, if that flight doesn't happen, if it gets declined, your card gets declined again for that flight.
Ukraine,
She's gonna take a couple months break, and then she'll be right back for the bill money again.
Yep.
It's a cycle.
Ukraine. He's gonna go anywhere where
Yeah.
she tells him he will go.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she'll never be there. He can go to Ukraine, he can go to Cuba, he can go,
he can meet
to the
Avery in
moon.
Syria.
Yeah,
It's
all
just, it don't
that.
matter.
She's not going to be there. Trust.
Yeah.
He's in love, guys.
Yeah.
That's his
It's
form of
lust.
love.
It's not love. It's lust. Because all he talks about is how pretty she is and my beautiful girlfriend, whatever. I've yet to hear him describe any type of characteristic that makes her sound like a decent human
Because
being.
he doesn't know.
Exactly.
He doesn't even
That's why
know
it's
her.
just lust.
It's hard to watch.
It is really hard to
Really is
watch. I
cringeworthy.
cannot.
A mess. Someone who is not so hard to watch is Angela. For us, I know, Breanna, you have your
I used to
feelings.
be okay.
Okay. But Angela and Michael, it's time for them to get some shine.
Michael.
So his family holds this engagement party for them. And I just thought, like, I was actually like, okay, Angela, because she actually tried on the clothes that she was supposed to wear, the traditional garments, right?
She did.
And she didn't push back.
She
She
was a
did
little
push back. She's like,
disrespectful.
I don't want to wear this. I
Yeah.
don't even wear a headband in my head.
Yeah.
But her bad attitude and her like disrespect, because she respects his mom so much, I think she didn't freak out and go all the way that she would normally do.
Yeah, because compared to the first time we saw Angela go to Nigeria, she was acting up. From what she was wearing to she's not putting the cigarettes down. So this was a huge jump. I didn't really call it pushback that much.
And
like,
she's been fighting for this, you guys. Fighting, literally, for this. Like, she's been wanting this. So I think she's just happy too. And then, you guys, she's getting a lot of attention out of this too. It's a whole engagement party to celebrate their love. Like, she's been wanting this. And I don't know. From Angela's view, I feel like she's just been wanting this and that she's getting attention out of it and she loves it. That's why she's so happy.
How about the shade that she threw to Mom, though, when she was like, oh, you're looking beautiful, almost taking away from the bride-to-be. Do you remember when she said that?
I didn't catch that.
I did not catch that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she had subtle hints. She didn't freak out like all the way that we're used to, but she was throwing shade left, right, and center.
Well, I need to rewatch.
Rewatch, you'll see.
I need to see. I need to see what really happened. So the big issue is Angela not being honest with Michael's mom about not really being able to carry a child. My thing is, it's one thing to just not say anything. Don't bring it up. You didn't have to bring it up. You decided to go over to her. Right. You and Michael walked over to her. So that's where I'm kind of like, the lie was just so unnecessary. And then why make it the extreme of what is really true?
Exactly.
Complete opposite of what the doctor told you.
And that also speaks to Michael, too, because Michael has him talking to his mother and knows, like, she's lying to his own mom, and he's just sitting there quiet. I cannot respect him at all.
The doctors did say that she had a beautiful uterus. She did say that.
Can tote it.
That's it. That's all she said.
That's it.
There's but she would have to have, more than the one egg to tote.
Yeah.
But I just felt like, you know what, if you are not going to be honest, how are you starting this relationship with your future mother-in-law? You're starting it off with a lie, and she's not going to, and because it's her main issue, this is the main thing that's important to her and for her son, she's not going to, I don't know if she's going to bounce back from this because you told her one thing and all of a sudden it's something else.
Right.
I just feel like it's a lot of fuss for a stagnant relationship. I feel like you've done all this stuff. It's been 2.5 years and now you're engaged and you're still having the same problems that you'd had 2.5 years ago. So I'm just like, I don't get the drama if you're not going to get anywhere.
Would Michael have been out of line if he told the truth right after Angela lied?
He's scared of her, so he would never have, because he's scared, because that's his ticket. He almost lost a ticket to America. He's not trying. Notice the last few episodes, he's been very mellow, doesn't say very much, doesn't, really buck back at her like he used to, because he's like afraid. He's
and when
afraid
she's leaving, she's like, "Don't F this up, Michael." Like, and it's just kind of like
she's dominating him. Like, it is crazy.
She acts like that's her child.
Yes.
It's really hard.
And the next step, we'll see what happens, though, because that's going to be, she's
Angela turns up in the preview.
This is Breanna in the booth. I just wanted to mention, earlier in our news show chat, people were very much wanting Angela off the show. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that.
What? Angela makes the show, guys. I 100% disagree.
I think it's a fitting request.
I think Angela is the complete train wreck that we want. And I think that when we watch like the tell-alls and we think it's going to be that and it's never that, she definitely brings the quote-unquote Maury to the show, which is, to me, comedic entertainment. And she's all the way off. I'm not saying that she's appropriate in any shape, way, or form, but she is good TV and she's entertaining TV.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think also I can see where people get offended, personally and stuff with her. I mean, it's
100%.
huge. It's huge. Yeah,
1,000%.
I just think that when TV world, though, when you think about the ratings and you think about like, okay, this is going to bring more viewers.
Right.
I mean, everyone's watching.
Yeah.
And Angela brings the craziness to the show where other couples might be a little bit more stable, cute, lovey-dovey. Well,
and we need that. I don't need to see people all cuddled up, booed up all the time. I need the drama, and TLC brings it when they peel off Angela the money. Okay.
Oh, and just looking at the tell, we'll talk about that later, but just looking up the upcoming tell-all.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to get worried.
I cannot wait.
Jerry Springer up in here.
Yeah,
I can't. I have so much news and gossip about that.
Oh, we're going to get to it. Flying through these couples, Avery and Omar.
Yes.
So they visit the immigration lawyer, and like we said at the beginning, Breanna, it went exactly how we expected it to go. It's not going to be easy for him to come over. He can sign, they can do the waiver. Still don't know if that would work. It's rare. Was anyone surprised?
No. I mean, we all know that Avery went through this whole situation. She half-assed her entire plan. And when she was talking about how frustrated she was, she's like, nothing's going along the way I thought it would. Of course it's not. You didn't think about anything. You weren't even aware of the war in Syria, but you were willing to just up and move there. And so I'm glad that she got a slap in her face in front of her mom by the lawyer of reality. And it shows what a child she is, too, because she was ready to just say, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do, and halfway give up. And her mom was the one that said, you know what, let's at least file the papers and try.
Yeah, see, I wasn't happy to see it, but it was like come on, Avery. Like, Terry has been telling you this the entire time.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy. So it was hard to, like, I felt bad, but at the same time, it was hard to, like, be emotional. I didn't tear up once, and usually if someone's like this, I'm like, oh, you know? But I didn't tear up, y'all.
I didn't. I thought it was reality check. The only part that I thought was interesting for these two is how Terry was basically saying, like, what happens if it takes a year? And she's like, before she goes to the lawyer, she's like, well, I'm going to move to Syria and I'm going to be with him. Then she gets the slap in the face in the reality check where the lawyer was like, you know what? Less than 5%, if any, of these waivers get granted. And if you decide to move there, they're absolutely not going to do anything for you because what are you suffering? You guys are together. So bye.
Right.
And when Terry was like, I'm sad for her because that's my daughter. I want her to be with her husband. But at the same time, with Grandma was like, we have happy news. She's going to be here and she's going to be safe.
Yeah.
That's a true feeling. That's how her mom felt, and that's how I felt. Like, that's reality. You're 19. You know, love is all strong and you're happy to be married, but you also have to live in reality. And reality is that's a war-torn country, and you're not going to be safe, and your mom is going to be scared for you.
Right.
I think she's just like, you know, when you get into those relationships and like you're so excited and you're like, oh my God, everything's butterflies and all this excitement and everything. And then she jumped in and then she came back and it's like you guys said, it's a reality check. And it's crazy because in the upcoming episode, I'm excited to see of how he's going to handle it and everything.
I think
so we're going to see a lot of...
I'm sorry. I think he's going to be pretty calm. I feel like Omar is a little bit more rational than Avery, and he might be expecting something like this.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be like a huge shock for him, or we're going to get any crazy reaction out of him. He's mellow all the time, so yeah.
And he's
I don't
like
expect
a professional too. It's not like he doesn't have, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's, I don't know. I don't think he's really greedy for the money or anything like that.
I agree.
He's a dentist over there. He's doing well. So I think this couple does have love. I think it's just going to be challenging how to get them together.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Agreed. Darcey and Tom.
Oh, my favorite.
So they're funny. So this conversation they had over dinner, I just kind of want to jump right to dinner. We saw them earlier in their little date, walking down the aisle, Darcey being Darcey. But the dinner is where it gets crazy because we see another side of Tom. He's really telling her how he feels. He's opening up. Hard to read, definitely, all the time. So this was different, but can we talk about the box, you guys? What was inside the box?
I liked it.
The disrespect.
Was it disrespectful?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Because he knows how to toy with Darcey's emotions.
Oh.
Not just that. Okay.
Did you buy me a house? That's what I would have said.
Right.
Did you
What
buy
is
me
this?
something?
Not just that. The fact is, he knows that she was expecting a proposal. She led up to it by saying, you know, we look good walking down the aisle together, all of this stuff. And the thing is, now that you say disrespect, I think about, because he knows that she's leaving the next day, so what is she going to need a key to his place?
Right.
Never, until she comes back.
It means
nothing.
Sense. Yeah. She was like, she was so upset, like, I'll put it on a necklace.
Right.
Like, she was heated. I was heated for her. Like, at least get her a necklace, you know, just like something, or a bracelet or something nice that she can take home.
Pull it out in a box.
Right.
Did you see her face? She was like, oh
really
my God, it's
disappointed.
happening this whole time.
Yeah, but he knows, I promise y'all, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to keep her. He's like, just wait, we're not there yet. Like, it's just keeping her.
But if he keeps telling her that they're not there yet, and she sets the expectation in her mind that she's going to get a proposal by the end of this trip, isn't isn't that her own doing?
No, because he does say he sees a future with her. He does say
Yeah.
that she's the most beautiful woman that he's ever met. So he's laying the foundation of her thinking that they're leading up to not only an exclusive relationship, but that he's going to propose. So that's like super manipulative behavior.
I saw that from the
so
beginning.
You can't be surprised when she acts the way she acts, because it's not that she wasn't given all. He's dropping the hints and then pulling it back and being like,
all the time.
Is that called like breadcrumbing or whatever
Yeah.
that thing is? Because, okay, so in the beginning of the relationship, he started talking to her online when she was going through the whole like debacle with Jesse, breaking up, all that stuff. You're in an emotional state when you're going through that, okay? So then he like comes in, she's vulnerable, probably tells her everything she wants to hear, hooks her, I feel like, and then that's why people are like, oh, Darcey, they're going in on Darcey, but I also feel like he does some things, like if you saw the airport scene and everything we're going to talk about, he does things to mess with her and to get her to be like that. She
On
might
the way
be,
to the airport.
She's vulnerable too, but it's like when you're in those vulnerable states and you want love so bad, men see that. Not
That's
just men,
it.
men
That's
and
it.
women
We're
see
saying
that.
the same thing.
Yeah.
We're
What
saying
about
the
the
same
fact
thing.
that
Men
this
and
is the
women.
second season with a
Oh.
different guy that she has expected a ring, and they have given her a box, and when Jesse did it was a promise ring, and this is a key, but she both times has not gotten an engagement ring off of what she
I
thought
think
was
a
an
promise
engagement
ring
ring.
is worse.
And they're emotionally
It's because
unavailable men.
they know how she is every time.
I'm sorry, but if I just got official with you like a week ago, the last thing I'm gonna think is you want me to marry you or you
But
want
that's
to be
not
my
her.
fiance.
She lives like.
That's
in
why
a
I
different
feel like
world.
it's dark. Like I don't know.
Listen, he did the thing where they're in the car and you guys saw where he said, I'll be busy for the next 10 days. I can give you 5 minutes if I have the time.
But you know
What?
what? I told you I love you.
And then turns around and is in love at the airport, wants to do a romantic run back.
No, this is where you watch people's actions rather than their words, because people can manipulate the hell out of you. I'm sorry, but it bugs me, and I feel like this happens a lot in relationships or in general when dating. So,
Yep.
and especially when you know that the person that you're dating is that emotional type, you know that that person reacts. It's like you have to do better. Tom has to do better. And I just thought in this situation, he was like dangling a carrot that he knew he wasn't really going to give her.
Right. Agreed. Timothy and Jennifer, we're gonna get straight to the gusto with this couple.
Done.
They didn't sleep together. It didn't happen. They didn't enjoy each other. Like nothing went down this last night, and this time he blames it on Jennifer, says that she was tired. And she's like, look, I was waiting on you to make a move all night. I got tired. Violet is here. I'm out. It is what it is. Let me take you to the airport.
Yep.
You
But
know?
then at the airport, they were both like, I love you, I love you. I was like, you guys, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
do you guys think he's a little passive, or do you think it has to do with like he just doesn't want to have sex? Like,
There's more to it, which is why I think Veronica, his ex, brought it up when she spoke
that's
to
what- yeah.
Jennifer a few weeks ago. So I don't know. I'm gonna need y'all to get on it, TLC
Yes.
fans. Let us know the tea.
Jennifer Run, people are saying Gene Wellsome in the live chat. Everyone is like,
Yeah,
He's
it's a
tired,
lot
too.
going on with this, but I think it's definitely deeper than what we see on the surface. You know.
Absolutely.
I
It
mean-
absolutely is.
and some people might not be that like pursuer aggressive. I don't know. Trying to play devil's advocate. I mean, I've never been with like a more passive person, so I have no.
But he
I don't
flew
know,
to a whole
personally.
nother country for like a few weeks, and you know that you're not going to see each other for like
Who knows?
whatever.
I mean, don't get me wrong, people. There are people that do not have sex before marriage, granted, and
Yep.
that's a whole thing, right? But I think what's interesting, like Alex has said, is that obviously the intimacy has been an issue before in the past, or his ex would not have brought it up. He even says towards the end when he's leaving that he thought that they were going to get engaged and they were never intimate. So that part is important as well. Like you have to have passion for each other. You have to have chemistry for each other, and he's leaving not knowing if that's the case or not.
Right.
So, there's definitely something deeper that we all don't know, and we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
if it ever comes
Ooh,
out.
well.
And there's so many rumors right now going on, and
Yeah.
people making comments.
It's a lot. We're gonna get through it all though. Benjamin and Akinyi. This is our last couple guys. So we start with Akinyi being asked to join the conversation, and obviously that's a big no. Like, what's up? And then they tell Benjamin after he changes what he wants to get for the bride price that it's all good. But what were your thoughts on that entire bride price conversation?
I think she sets him up so badly. Like, she sets him up and then doesn't support him, doesn't, like, stand up. Not that she needs to stand up, but doesn't say, hey, this is the person that I want to marry, and here's why. She throws him to the wolves and just sits back and is like, do-do-do. Like, you gave him the wrong information about the food and what he was supposed to bring. And then he has less money now and doesn't know. Like, he's sweating bullets, first of all, because he doesn't know what's the procedure. Yeah. You didn't say this is what the procedure is. Am I supposed to negotiate? Because I don't want to be disrespectful to your father. And if I'm not supposed to negotiate, like, what am I supposed to do? And then when they agree that they're going to do like a payment plan or whatever, and then Akini laughs and says, well, they didn't do a set price, he should have asked, because he could be paying this bride price forever. I was like, that is so rude of you. Like, why are you setting him up for failure?
Knowing he has a child to take care of.
That's right. It's terrible.
It's a setup. Yeah, agreed. Stacey?
I was just kind of okay. I always have to make a joke, but anyways, like after they had sex and stuff. And did you guys think that scene was a little bit awkward?
Oh, 100%. Like cookie jar type situation. Like
changed
what?
The whole yeah.
It was just weird.
Do you think there's chemistry between them?
No, not at all. I think she thought he was whack and didn't want to say it.
Well, I'm just here to admit that my prediction was wrong because I thought Benjamin would get out of there before he got permission to marry her. I didn't think that the marriage was even going to go down. I was dead wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to get married either.
I'm really confused as to why Akini was so upset about him not telling his family. Like, I get it, but she has no real right because, like you said already, she has such a huge lack of communication with him and hasn't prepared him or done anything to help him. And so that's what you get. I don't feel bad for her. I didn't really feel bad. Like, okay, he didn't tell the family. I mean, it is kind of like, why didn't you tell your family? But that didn't get any emotion out of me, that whole scene. And she was so bothered. And I'm like, girl, you gonna get your card?
Yeah.
Like,
I think just in general, you can see the difference in maturity levels. Like, he has a child, he's a father, he's ready to
still an idiot.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I mean, and then she is just playing games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully can...
All right. News and gossip time.
Guys, we have so much news and gossip, so I'm just going to jump right into it. First and foremost, I'm talking about Akini, Ben, and Angela. So, guys, if you saw the ending of this episode and the tease for the tell-all, you know that Angela gets into it. And we know Angela always gets into it at the tell-all, but this time she is taking it all the way off. So, here's the backstory. Turns out that Akini was flirting with Michael, okay? And Akini was flirting with Michael pre-tell-all, and Angela was in her feelings, right? Because she's like, ooh, this girl is flirting with my man. So when she got flirty, Angela got a little upset because, Angela is a very, very jealous woman, and we know that because we've seen her get mad about him being on Instagram, taking a picture with the people on a boat that are like 15 feet away. So we know that she has issues, right? We know that she doesn't want any woman to look at Michael, her man. So she's already upset. She gets into it with Akini, and then she gets into it with Avery, and Rebecca stands up for her, right? Because she's like, pick on someone your own age, basically. And you could see the fear in Avery's eyes. So, guys, the tell-all is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And just know that you heard it here first, that it's because Akini set Angela off, and she got super jealous.
I need to see this.
You see Akini kind of talking down about Ben not being an alpha male, and then turning around and being super flirty with Michael. I mean, guys, they're very similar ages, and she can produce a baby.
Cultures,
Angela's claws were all the way out.
Cannot wait.
OMG.
Yes,
so
guys.
good.
Moving on. So, Chrissy Teigen, we know that you're a super fan like us. And so, Chrissy loves Zied. And she posted the funniest little meme where she talks about how I cannot get enough of Zied. I follow an entire Reddit on Zied just for Zied Speak, she call it. It's my new Rosetta Stone. I must learn. Think it's hilarious, and she's got all his little sayings. So such love, much angry, all of that stuff. It's hilarious. And then she also booked a cameo with Zied, and she said, changing this prompt to myself has to be top 10 saddest moments for me. So she books a cameo, and normally you book it for somebody else, but she's booking it for herself. But what was funny is in the comments, Rebecca commented, I hope you enjoyed the cameo you booked with Zied. And she absolutely did. So we also know that she's a complete super fan.
Yeah.
Aw, we love you.
And then speaking of Rebecca was not impressed with this week's episode. She felt like they didn't have enough screen time, not enough closure to their story. Let's hear what she had to say in her Instagram post. She hasn't been posting as she normally does. She's been posting videos like only here and there. And she's super upset. Let's watch what she has to say.
Didn't really show too much of us tonight, so we have one more week to find out the status of Zied and I and how we made out at the end. Kind of disappointed. Was ready to kind of discuss what happened. So I guess we wait until next week.
She'll be
Didn't
fine.
really show too.
That was super
Guys,
dramatic.
yeah,
She'll be
super
fine.
dramatic, but
For
we'll
no
see what
reason.
happens. I don't know if they're still together, guys. I kind of feel like they might not be. Moving on to an exclusive here right from AfterBuzz TV, guys. I'm so excited about this. We have Caesar and Maria. Guys, they have found Maria's Ukrainian bride site website. It's up and running now. She lists herself as single on the website. All her statistics are there, and it's like a Ukrainian, something like UkrainianBride.net, and it's live. And here's what's great about it. There is a Facebook group that is all about 90 days as well. And I'm in this group, and turns out this guy, he says, I found Caesar's woman. I'm going to email her and see if I get a response. And he did get a response. He says, okay, I just received a response from Maria.
Dang.
And I quote, how are you, my love? She says, you are quite handsome. His replies, I'm having a hard time believing that you are really the woman in the photos. In your next reply, please send me a photo of yourself holding up a sign with my name on it. And then he says he just got off work and he sees that he received another response. He's going to buy, and get this, guys, in order for you guys to correspond, you have to pay. So I'm going to buy the $34.95 package, he says, so that I can send 3 messages and read 3 of her responses. So here's what she wrote in the response to my question. I not understand my life. What is the purpose? That's how she spelled it. She spelled purpose incorrectly. And he says, well, I'm a very wealthy man. I travel often. I've developed a preference for Ukrainian women. He goes on and on and on. So guess what, guys? She sent the photo. She sent the photo with his name on it. So this is going to be a whole thing. So Caesar who? Caesar what? And it goes to what you were saying earlier, where this is definitely like a sugar daddy relationship, where we remember from the very get-go that Caesar bought flowers for her and sent her like whatever trinkets within the website, and that's why she was responding. Fast forward, she's getting thousands and thousands of dollars out of him, but guess what? New benefactors, and we have the receipts, guys. She is not messing around, and I love how she hides her face like we don't know who it is.
Right.
Crazy. Moving on to Avery. So Avery posted a photo and video of her and Omar, and guys think that the fans think that they're back together. So it's not sure where they are, if they're in Syria, if they're in America, not sure, but let's listen to the video and then we will move on from there.
He said, why?
Of course, she woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to FaceTime.
Smile.
Sounded like Terry in the back,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's Terry.
Обниму, طيب. Обниму.
They're probably in Dubai.
So they posted this video. Even though it's not clear where they are and how long they were together, and it could be an old video from a previous trip. Who knows? We don't know. But what we do know is that fans are for it. They seem happy, they seem healthy, and everyone's about it. So here's the thing. A fan suggested that they move to Canada because in Canada, if you have a like legit degree like in a profession as a dentist, you can immigrate because they want more professionals there. And she replied with heart emojis as if she was open to it. So she's open to moving closer to America so that she can get best of both worlds, her family and her husband. So stay tuned to see where they end up. Next up, Tom. So guys, we talked about this a bazillion times, but it's out there again. People are saying Tom is scamming everyone. He's not living that luxurious lifestyle where he gives a key to his house and all of this stuff. They're saying that's simply not true. They're also saying that he started a new gig, and his gig is working for an MLM company, multi-level marketing company for coffee and cosmetics. And so people are kind of saying it's like a pyramid scam, and it's no bueno. But I went to his website, or I went to his Instagram that led me to the website, and he indeed has a profile. He has all his information there, and it is all about the coffee, and it's all about the skincare. So that's his day job, guys.
Do your thing.
Yeah, I guess so. And then speaking of Tom, his sister Emma is doing cameos now as well. So if you want
do your thing. That's all I keep saying.
With Emma, she's up there and is all about it.
Yeah.
And Tim and Jennifer. So Jennifer did Instagram Live recently, and she talked about her relationship with Tim, and she didn't really directly say that they're not together, but we can assume that they're not together. And she talked about the reason why she and Tim were not intimate, and she said that he wanted to do things that made her feel uncomfortable and were not like normal to her. So that was one of the reasons why they didn't get together. She said that they did have true love and like respect for each other. But when a fan asked, so like, are you in a relationship? Are you together? She said, well, I'm not married and I'm not engaged. So if that makes me single, then I'm single.
She's single. You're not married and not engaged. You're single.
So that's that. Yeah, guys. That is all the news and gossip. There was so much to get through.
So much.
So much happening, guys.
And a lot with the couples. We're actually not going to have time to do our special segment, Ask Breanna, but you guys go ahead and think of those questions and make sure you're back here next week with them in the live chat. Really quick for predictions, I just want one word from everyone for how you think this tell-all is going to go.
Your AfterBuzz TV
Embarrassing.
Wild. And that concludes, you guys. This is a great episode. We pretty much got everything we wanted from all the couples for the most part. All the drama. You covered the news and gossip. I'm happy. I am pleased.
Where can they find you?
Where can everyone find y'all?
All across social media, guys. Hit me up at Linda Is So Girly, and make sure you go into my stories because I'm dishing daily.
Yes.
Hey guys, you can find me on social media at Stacey_Olivias and at 90 Day Fiance now. Woo.
You can find me on Instagram at IamB_Chienne, CHIANNE.
And you can find me all over at Hey Alex Bowers. We'll see you here next week. Bye guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.